Hello, guys. Welcome to Sporting and Out, and today we'll be talking about the Nigeria Premier Football League (NPFL). This is week 7. What do you think about the week?
Yes, for me, the Npfl has been spectacular, like we always mention in every episode of the Npfl. I love the Npfl. It has been a breath of fresh air. This season has been a season that we can actually say that teams are now winning away in the league. We've been seeing week in, week out teams winning away, especially National United going away, winning games.
Yeah.
I actually see it as a season that we need to just watch for most especially just let's see what they can.
Yeah, like you said, actually, this week was a spectacular week for the NPFL. We saw some wins, we saw a lot of draws, and this week, match week 7, has been we have been seeing ups and downs of some clubs. We saw the suspension of some coaches, which we'll be talking about during the course of this game. And I'll just start by giving the results of match week 7. That El Kaneme Warriors defeated Kano Pillars 2 goals to 1 on Saturday, October 4th, 2025. Bender Insurance were defeated by Nassau United at home, and that one ended 1 goal to 0. Then on the 5th, that's Sunday, October 5th of October 2025, Enugu Rangers defeated Castina United. Shooting Stars had another back-to-back-to-back win. This was a win over Plateau United. Eimba were held on a 0-0 draw with Rivers United. Niger Tornadoes held Kun Khalifa on a 1-1 draw. Barrow were defeated by Warri Wolves, and that was an away win for Warri Wolves. And Bayelsa United um, held Ikorodu City on a 1-1 draw. Kwara United were defeated by Abia Warriors. That one ended 1 goal to 0. And Remo Stars defeated Wiki Tourist. Will I say one of the babies of the league? What do you think about this result?
Yes, the results where there's a team we always talk about every single time, and I think it's turning out how last season was, and it's because of their coach. That's Coach Aweru of Shooting Stars Sports Club. That's 3SC, like they normally call themselves, Oluyole Boys, the Ibadan Boys. So I actually say that we always bring up their topic every single week, and it's a progression. They started very poor.
Yeah.
Two lost 2 games, lost one and drew one, and they lost another one. So them, I think they started picking from the time that they played against the coach's former team, that's the Ikorodu City at in Ibadan,
Where they picked up a
where
point.
they picked up a point. So I think now they've gotten 3 wins, and
Back to back.
I think that's actually a spectacular one. Coach Aroro showing this. Same thing happened in Ikorodu City last season, where Ikorodu City lost 3 games, and we still saw what Ikorodu City had to do at the end of the day. They were the highest scoring team of the NPFL last season, 60 goals. No one really thought that a baby of the house will actually score that amount of goals, and actually say we commend them. And now he's now in Shooting Stars, showing that he's actually a star coach in that particular.
Yeah, talking
side.
about Coach Awaru, Shooting Stars now, former Ikorodu City's
Boss.
coach. He has done a lot for Shooting Stars. Them carrying them from that poor performance during the beginning of the season, and doing it again, back-to-back wins. Last week when they had their second win back-to-back, I was talking to a fellow journalist that if this um, repeats itself, Shooting Stars can be gunning for the league this season. And yes, you are seeing what is happening. Shooting Stars, 3 back-to-back wins, and that's a very good one for the coach. When they started poorly this season, I was like, what is wrong with Shooting Stars? Will they now lose out of the league this season, or what will happen to their season?
Yeah.
And 3 back-to-back wins, that's a very good one for them.
Yeah, another team I would like to mention is the team from Lagos State.
Yes.
They are not really doing well. They've been drawing a lot of games. They drew to Eyimba. Now they've drawn another game.
I think
What
this
do you
is
think about draw another game to Bayelsa United? They actually considered first and actually were looking for the equalizer and actually got it. What do you think is happening to Ikorodu City? Always conceding goals.
Yeah, for me, I would say if you look at the way they play, they play tough football. We saw the last game against the Imba, scoring after an own goal being scored by the Korodu player. Joseph Arumala just had to find the back of the net. That was the last home game
Yeah.
against the Imba. The last one too, they were leading them, and they actually had to fight hard to actually get the equalizer.
Yeah.
It's Ikorodu City for you. They are just showing the way they are. They are rugged, and they are the Oga boys.
Yeah, what do you think about this player in Ikorodu City? That's Kelechi. He has actually shown that he has captain quality. Sometimes they don't actually cap him. Sometimes it's like their third captain for the side. I actually see him as like one of the stars, and he's very young. He looks very young. He's very active, very agile. Do you think he's going to still remain in the league even next?
I don't know. I can't say about his future because we know in the NPFL once you are good, you definitely move to a bigger league outside the country, and we know Ikorodu City to be one of the fast growing teams
Things, yeah.
in Nigeria currently, and most of their players actually um, move outside the country and excel. We saw a lot. We saw a lot of their players last season get into the transfer window. Some went to
Yeah.
the local leagues, the
Yeah, and
national leagues,
some
and some
didn't work out as
outside.
well.
Yeah, some didn't work out. We saw Waliu is back
Back
to the
to
team, and yes, even Waliu being back to the team is actually showing that captain quality
Yeah.
and being that to
I
be
think
honest is young, but being that father figure to the
yeah,
team.
yeah. I think what Leo's experience is actually very important to the side. He has NPFL prowess, and we know what he can do. We know he has made some assists in this particular season, and we know that Wale is actually
Yeah,
very very
about Kelechi, you asked a question about Kelechi. Yes, a defensive midfielder for Ikorodu City, very solid one. We saw his last performance against him, but I saw some highlights that was actually for him in particular, and I was like, this is though we were watching the game live, it's when you actually go and watch the game, you will notice that this player is one player that is very, very, very key in that defensive role, and he knows where to actually mark players,
Yeah.
and he knows how to get the players without getting a foul.
And the NPFL is a league that they play from the middle. If your midfielder is not solid, I don't think that your game is going to be played right.
They'll be scoring you a lot of goals.
Goals. For me, I think Ikorodu City, the combination between Kelechi and Arumala, I think that combination is actually golden in that NPFL league. And let's just go straight to the table and see where Ikorodu City lies on this particular table. We see Nasarawa United are number one on the table. They have 16 points with 7 games played. Ayimba have played 7 games and they are on 13 points. Abia Warriors have taken the third position. That's the position that they ended up last season, making it to the continent. They have 12 points. Rivers United have 6 games, and they have the opportunity by winning their outstanding game to move to move to the second position, and they are on 12 points. Shooting Stars Sports Club that we talked about, and we always keep talking about Shooting Stars, coached by our coach Aweruru, and that they are on 11 points with 7 games played. And number 6 is El Kanemi Warriors, and they are on 11 points. No, with 7 games played as well. Number 7 is Niger Tornadoes with 7 games played with 10 points. And number 8 is Warri Wolves. Warri Wolves have played 7 games and they also have 10 points. Remo Stars have played 6 games. They have 10 points. So they have opportunity by winning their outstanding game to go top to go a point better than this number 9, because this is not the Remo Stars that we know. Remo Stars that we know are not a team that are normal. What do you think about Remo Stars?
Yeah, for me, their performance this season hasn't been top notch. Them receiving a defeat in their last game, and this time around getting a 2-0 win. I know Remo Stars. I'll just put the blame on the fatigue of the international competitions. You know, they played week in week out, almost every back to back to back, And yes, even the last game they lost, it was almost immediately after the international game. And
Yeah.
yes, Remo Stars, I hope, and when they get to play their outstanding game, they win it and move top.
Yeah, so number 10, we have Katsina United. They have 9 points. Number 11, Kwara United, that suspended their coach. They played 6 games and they have 8 points. Ikorodu City, 7 games, and they have 8 points. Rangers International have played 6 games, and they also have 8 points. Bayelsa United FC have played 7 games, they have 8 points. Wiki Tourists has played 7 games, they also have 8 points. And Bendel Insurance crowns up the safety department. Those are the people that are not up for relegation right now, but things can still change. They have 6 points. And we are going to the relegation battle. That's Plateau United. I'm going to be talking about one particular team. We'll be discussing about that particular team very soon. Plateau United are on. They have 6 points. That's why I said things can still change. Barau have played 6 games and they have 5 points. Kun Khalifat FC have played 7 games. They have 5 points. And Kano Pillars, very sad. They have played 5 games and they have recorded just 4 points. What do you think about Canopilas this season?
Yeah,
Is there a problem?
I don't really think there's a problem. You said they played 5 games.
5 games,
And
yes.
that means they have two outstanding games. I think we know what Kano Pillars. We know the way they fight, their quality of playing the MPFL. And I think Kano Pillars right now are going to play not to be in that relegation zone, to move up outside the relegation zone. For me, I think the integration of Ahmed Musa being their managing director, I think is one factor that would actually help the team, and we will boost them to actually play better.
Yeah, for me, I think Kano Pillars are actually them actually losing games. I don't think this is the Kano Pillars that we want to see. They just got endorsements. It should not be that when they got endorsements and all that, they now end up getting relegated. I don't want to see a side like Kano Pillars getting relegated because
Yeah.
they are like part of the heartbeat of this NPFL league. They are a team that you can always count on when you are talking about fans, talking about people coming out to support a team. So it's just like Ikorodu City in Lagos State. We never want Ikorodu City to actually go down of the log in the NPFL.
Yeah, so like you said, we don't want Ikorodu City to go down of the log. And this is another week to go and watch Ikorodu City at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena at Onikon. Lagos fans,
Yeah, we'll be there.
turn up, go and watch these games. This even is not just Ikorodu City. Every state has probably at least a team in the MPFL. If your state has a team in the MPFL, just go watch these games. You can go support these players. They play for you. Whenever they see the home crowd, is that's what gives them the motivation to play more. So I'll be giving you the next lineup for match week 8,
Yes.
and so it goes like this. Warrior Wolves will be taking on Niger Tornadoes. That will be on the 12th of October 2025, 4 o'clock. So this is the time to actually go get, grab your drinks, grab your popcorn,
Yeah.
and enjoy.
Go with your babe, go with your guy. I think women now watch football. Go enjoy yourself. Go watch these games. People who really love football will support the grassroots.
Yeah, so Wiki Tourists will be taking on Kwara United. Castina United will be taking on Remo Stars. Ikorodu City will be taking on Bendel Insurance. Kano Pillars will be taking on Shooting Stars. Kun Khalifat FC will be taking on Eimba FC. Plateau United will be taking on Barao FC. Abia Warriors will be taking on El Kanemi Warriors. Two Warriors will be fighting to get a winner in that game. Rivers United will be taking on Bayelsa United, and Nasarawa United will be taking on Enugu Rangers International. What do you think about Enugu Rangers International's performance this season?
Yeah, I know Go Rangers International's performance. I think they have a very solid coach. That's Coach Fidelis Izuchukwu. Very, very, very important man in the NPFL as well. I actually love his style of play. I love Enugu Rangers style of play. But this season they've not really been the Enugu Rangers that we expected them to be.
Yeah.
The NPFL league table this season, he's already doing me one kind. Like say the people I picked as my number one to number four. There's none of them in the top four of this particular season. I think, well, is it just an initial grab, like Nigerians would say, or we really got it wrong at the beginning of the season?
We didn't get it wrong at the beginning of the season because there's one team that, for me, I picked personally as my number one team, and that's Rivers United. Rivers United still have a game outstanding. So, and they have a chance, if they win that game, they can move to number two. And from that number two,
Start
probably
climbing.
start climbing the table. And I think one other thing that Rivers United has is that continental football that they are playing. A lot of these teams have this fatigue. They don't really play very well, and they're having outstanding games.
So yeah, I think one of the match of the week, this game week match week, the eighth, is actually the game between Rangers International versus Nasarawa United. Everyone is looking at Nasarawa United with a microscope because they are going away. Because for me, Nasarawa United actually put them to win this particular game because Nasarawa United have been beating anybody. Nasarawa United are the team that you just have to look out for them this season. Although they are not unbeaten this season because anybody is the only team that are unbeaten this season.
Yes.
So we can actually just say that Nassau United they are the top of the table. Let's just see if they can last at the top.
For me, yes, Nasarawa United. Let's see if they can last at the top. But one other team that is trying to get a pedigree in the MPFL this season is Eimba. Eimba hasn't lost a game this season. They've drawn a lot of games. They've won a lot of games as well. So Eimba, either they win or they draw. Do you think Eimba can use this style of play to actually win the league this season?
Yes, we know if you don't pick up points away, it's detrimental to your league. So and there's another thing that they normally do in the NPFL. They take it game by game. So until maybe the second half of the season where people start to try to win games, they take game by game in the extent of let me just give this as an example. Everybody looks at who is topping this table this week to know what to get next week. Like I got 3 points and I need just a point to top the table next week. My prayer is just that that number one actually meets a tough opponent and loses the top position and I actually win or draw the next game. So that's actually the mathematical way they normally stay on the league. It's not like the European leagues where I just want to win all my games and I can even get unbeaten till the end of the season. In this league, you can be unbeaten to the end of the season and not still win the league.
Also, one other question I have for my own self and for you as well and for the viewers. What do you think about this season? A lot of coaches. We have three coaches, just 7 games being played this season, and three coaches have either been suspended or sacked. We have Mr. Tunde Sani was sacked as the manager of Para United. We have Mr. Greg Ienoba for Bender Insurance suspended, and Mr. Napoleon Amo for Warrior Wolves. What do you think about it? Is it that the coaches are not coaching up to the standard of the NPFL, or what do you think about this season? We didn't see that this last season. A lot of coaches were not really sent off till the end of the season.
Yeah.
Now 7 games being played, and a lot of coaches are shaking on their jobs.
It's not easy to be the management of a club. If your team is not doing well, I actually think it's better to take the tough decisions at the beginning of the season rather than wait. The NPFL is a blessed league that as one club is losing out from a coach, another club is getting that particular coach. It's not like maybe these coaches are just going to stay on the back seat and not get signed by any other team. They are going to get new teams because they all have experience. Like the Kwara United that you mentioned, Kwara United won, this same coach won their
The
first ever
Nigeria, yes,
trophy. That's
Nigeria's FA
the
Cup,
President's FA Cup
President's FA Cup.
last season. So I don't see the reason why he was suspended.
Yeah, for me, that Kwara United, very sad news. It wasn't suspended; it was sacked. If you look at the Kwara United board, I think they are looking for something, and probably that's the league because they've won the President's FA Cup, and probably they know that with this type of performance, they can't win the league.
But I don't actually see a good reason for them sacking him because this same coach got you your first continental ticket.
Yeah.
This is the first time that they are going to be represented in the continent just because he lost out. Do you know how many times Remo Stars got to the continent? And the best coach in the NPFL, Coach Ogumodede, took them to the continental positions 3 good times, and they didn't even get past the first preliminary stage. Now, this is another time to test Coach Ogumodede where he plays
But
Mamelodi Sundowns in the next round of the CAF Champions League in the second preliminary
But
stage.
if you look at Coach Ogumodede, yes, he wasn't winning the continental. He
Wasn't even going
he
far
wasn't going far. But he was actually getting second in the league.
in the league.
So you look at the Kwara United are nowhere to the top of the league. So I think the management actually saw something before it gets worse. Probably they need to take actions, and maybe probably the coach has one internal issue with
Yeah,
one or
but
two people.
there's something that always happens in the NPFL. I don't think it's a general issue. Just my opinion. There's always a beef between coaches
Management.
and management. We always hear that there's an head coach and there's still the technical advisor. There's the person on the touchline is different from the person that we are seeing as the head coach. I don't really get that dynamics most of the time. We see that in different clubs. We see in the press conference, someone else is going to talk, and we know another person is the head coach.
Yeah,
I think that
sometimes
should be looked into.
yeah. For that point, I think yes, there are different types of coaches, but we Nigeria should actually, like in England, that's the Premier League. We see there's only one coach, and it's one coach that would talk in press conference. Is one coach that would actually
They
address
don't
the
even
team.
place. They
Is
don't
one
place
and
any.
they call them team. They call them club managers and club coaches. The same thing. There's no team manager. There's
Technical
no
manager,
technical manager.
technical
There's no
director. This
one person
that.
should actually Nigeria should actually improve in that way where you can have one person that will actually get to do that.
I think
There can be assistant coaches
coaches there.
assisting
I think
that coach.
it should be in a law that the only person that should be on the touch line should be the head coach. Technical directors stay at the back room, stay in the sidelines. We don't want to see you. Let us see the head coach being the one directing and making the moves. You can actually be wherever you want to be. Put on an headset and be communicating with your team. That's not our business. We don't need to see you as a technical director. If we know that the team does not have a head coach, yes, the technical director can step in, assistant coach can step in,
Yeah.
but or the coach has a red card or is on suspension or something. But we don't want to see the technical directors anytime, any day. We just want to see the head coach.
Yeah, and I think yes, that will be all for today on our MPFL review for March week 7. I hope you guys enjoyed
Yeah.
today's episode. If you loved our video, just please like, share, and subscribe.
Don't forget you can bet on 1xBet using our promo code Sporting and Out, SPORTINAND OUT Sporting and Out, and get up to 300% bonus using that promo code. Just go to the website, click on promo code or referral code, and you just put in that referral code
Sporting and Out,
SPORTINAND Sporting and Out, and get up to 300% bonus. Isn't that right?
Yeah, thank you guys for watching today's episode. Please like, share, and subscribe.